Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Ho there, stranger. I have a question for you, if I may be so bold. Do you love fantasy? With its heroes of goodness and knights of daring do? Hearty dwarves and mystical elves? Incredible dragons who rule the skies and breathe fire? Maidens so fair, they make the gods themselves weep at their beauty. You do? Well, never mind then, off you go. But if you like darkness, disparity, blood and gore, necromancy and demons, then I have a tale for you, my friend. For in the world of Aetheran, there is but a glimmer of light amongst the coming shadow. The eternal darkness is spreading its influence from the world beyond, seeking to wash over the land like a dark tide. All is doomed. But there is still hope. A candle burns within the gloom for those that seek to walk within the light. The Knights of the Argent Order, warriors and wielders of magic, trained solely in the arts of demonic eradication. These brave few will battle to the last in hopes of securing a future for all mankind. Be steadfast, be stoic, remain vigilant, for here, death awaits all in the world of Aetheran.
Available on all podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, and Spotify. Search Dark Saga Aetheran to subscribe now.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters.
And I'll go ahead and go off to find Evangeline.
All right. Yeah, she's cooking up some beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies.
I'm trying to think of like something like, well, I mean, it's kind of like some makeshift beanie weenies. You got the beans from the cans, but
don't worry about the weenies.
Yeah, don't worry about the weenies.
So beans. She's cooking beans.
Yeah. Or I guess she greets Aleister. She's like, "Oh, hey, Aleister, making some beanie weenies without the weenies."
So you're just making beanies then? Yes, I have returned. It is, well, very good to see you again.
Oh, yeah. Did you, I take it the submarine, the submersible made it back?
Well, not exactly, no. See, it is,
that was a quick trip.
Well, a lot has happened. It's, we didn't exactly come back by way of the submersible. It's It's still down there somewhere, I'm sure, and it probably is still okay, but it may be a little tricky to retrieve.
How'd you get back?
We ended up taking a foray through the Dreamlands. Let's just say the things got dicey in Servetus, and we kind of had to make a very hasty exit.
Oh. Did you find anything out about the Silver Key?
Yes, but not in Servetus, actually. That ended up being somewhat of a dead lead.
Oh.
Dead being the operative word.
Dead being the operative word here, absolutely. We on our way back, after getting out of the Dreamlands again, we happened across a village where we did actually find out a lead for the key, although we don't really know where it is. The leader of the village, Lady Eliana Walsh, yes.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yes, she said that she had a lead. She could actually give us information about the Silver Key, but she needed us to essentially eliminate the Pallid Mask for her, which is something we were kind of aiming to do anyway, so I figure our goals kind of align here. It definitely seems to work into our favor. And like the whole time that I'm talking to Evangeline, like the right eye is just like full of hearts.
Oh, okay. just emoji hearts.
He's got an emoji eyeball now.
It's really strange.
So you keep changing. Like you were green, now you're red. Different types of stripes. Your eye, what is that?
Well, it's maybe a bit hard to explain, but I suppose that your Aleister never really had much in the way of magical items. It is a sort of
No, not like yours.
It's a sort of a side effect of melding magical items into my body, which the changes are because I have changed items, shall we say. Different items have different visual effects.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had magic items, but they were based around stealth and sneaking.
I can imagine
attacking from the shadows.
How it might be disadvantageous for items like that to make very flashy or noticeable changes.
Yeah. So, hell, there was this time this one item, he just turned into black smoke. So, I mean, where you stand out, he would just disappear with the darkness.
Yes, I suppose that may be a difference in our, shall we say, personality. I
can see that.
I tend to lean towards the more charismatic notions.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. So, did you find anything down there?
Well, we did find some very interesting things. Some magical items that may seem to help. There was some information. There was some kind of weird fish people things that were inhabiting some of the Nori. They seemed to be... I don't know if they were trying to get into the Pallid Mask's good graces or if they were trying to overthrow him or something, but they were trying to cook up some plot to be able to infiltrate the tower.
You said fish people?
Yes. I don't know how to describe them otherwise.
And not like the Nori.
These were definitely more fish-like. And there were some that actually got inside of the Nori and seemed to maybe control them.
She goes, ooh, hold on. And
I wish Victor and I were there so we could imitate the fish people. Really, I'm disappointed now.
Are y'all still waiting outside of the...
I don't know. I feel like Victor might have made his way into the doorway.
Like Aleister got completely distracted talking to Evangeline and has completely ignored going back to tell them, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, like Victor at this point probably would have made sure that Gimbal was okay and realized that Aleister was probably just not going to mention that and sort of decided that he's going to walk in there and just sort of hang out until he's noticed. So Victor's kind of in the doorway.
I'm going to look in the doorway and see if I can see Verspar. Probably not.
Verspar's
Her head's mounted
dead
on the
ground.
no, Verspar is sitting on the couch reading a book, but she's like wearing different clothes and she seems to just be relaxing and reading a book. And but Evangeline's like ooh, and goes over to the bookshelf, pulls down a book, and goes over to the workshop table, and sets it down and like Aleister, come here. So I've never seen one before, but this book it's got a bunch of myths and stuff, and she flips through the pages and she's like, this is what people have seen before, is fish people. And is this it? And it totally is.
Yeah. Victor did tell them all the stuff he learned about Father Dagon in the Deep Winds.
Yes, but that also does kind of...
And so Aleister would have some knowledge. He might not have paid enough attention to know Deep Winds, but he would know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, those would definitely be them. I think there was also some mention of some kind of
Dagon.
Yes, he was.
You speak up from the
Yes.
doorway.
Yeah. Yeah. Father Dagon. That's all. He was just he's letting Aleister speak, but that's what Aleister was searching for.
Father Dagon, I think he said. Yes.
Dugong.
Father Deacon.
Well, that's supposed to be their leader. Some people came across him on an island, and this was their tale that was found. Nobody ever knew the author, but yeah, it made it into this book.
Yes. That leader, the father.
Wait. Unknown author. There's no author for that book?
Well, it's a combination of stories.
It's a collection of tales.
Okay.
So it would have been compiled by somebody, but they didn't necessarily write the stories.
I have a sneaking suspicion of who may have written that book. It's Hastings. I'm referring to Hastings.
No.
Because he's the only person in this universe that writes books.
But yes, it really did a number on poor Victor there.
Oh,
yeah.
Victor, are you all right?
Yeah, I bid him to try to incapacitate him, but he hit me with his tail and poisoned me really badly.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay.
He got better.
Thank you. Yeah.
He got better.
I am able, though, to transform into Father Dagon now. At least a smaller version.
Can I see it?
I'll see. Let me try. It's been a long day.
Gimbal, avert your eyes.
No, can't do that right now.
What'd you roll?
4.
Oh, God.
I guess it would be a 7 with my proficiency bonus. So I could probably vaguely resemble one of the Deep Ones, but you probably couldn't tell it was Father Dagon.
So you turn your face like your head turns into a, what was it called? A fangfish head?
Oh, okay. See, this is what he looked like.
Oh.
His face looked like that. The voice isn't quite right.
You gotta,
the vocal cords aren't all completely there.
Yeah, that's why.
You don't have the cheeks for it quite yet.
Yep.
The cheeks. Our fucking outro for Monday. Oh. All right. Well, I wouldn't hold that face for too long. It might stay that way.
She sounds like such a mom.
Victor would drop it after she saw.
All right. Well, did Julian come in here?
Julian's in the other
Or I
room.
guess he was behind
Yeah, I was
Victor.
behind Victor.
Yeah.
Did somebody
but-
say Julian? Woo! Sitcom yelling and woos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just sort of step out of the way and be like, Julian's right here, but we had to bring someone else back with us. We found someone who's been alone.
Yeah.
Another guest?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
something
we're
like
sorry
that.
to impose. He was.
No, I mean that's our job. We're trying to save the few people that are still left.
Victor's just gonna look at Aleister. He's just gonna turn and look at Aleister real quick, and then look back. He's a little off at this point. So he had a friend who passed, and he carries his head and thinks he speaks to him. So I don't know if now is the right time to try to help him work through that.
I understand. And I'm guessing he walks in.
Yeah, I'll go get him. It's like, okay, Kimball, everything's all clear.
And he walks in and she's like, oh. She's like, well, thank goodness that was a lot less morbid than I was expecting.
It's so much less morbid when
Hi,
they're
Gimbal,
warforged and not people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not holding a skull like
Like a-
Hamlet.
That's she just got under her breath. She's like, that's sad. But hi Gimbal. I'm Evangeline. Oh yeah. Yeah, these guys had nothing but nice things to say about you. Oh, well, that's flattering. Well, yeah, Brackett here, he's Can we just rest for a little bit? And do I smell beanie weenies?
Well, half right.
She's like, oh yeah, well,
Beanies.
Just the beanies, actually.
just the beanies. Just the beanies, but we'll pretend. Oh, by the way, did you happen to come across any wine or anything while you were down in Servetus?
No, Julian had the only bottle that we found.
You motherfucker.
He had almost died and was having a very bad day. And so I made him a nice dinner. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
dark time, and I don't want to think about that anymore.
I'm glad y'all. So it seems like all of you had a really close call, and I'm glad you're alive, and we need to get to this eliminating the Pallid Mask or whatever.
Yeah. Where?
Or what did
I was
Aleister
referring to
say?
him as
Pallid
Pallid
Mask
Mask,
at
yes.
all?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What? So y'all call him the Pallid Mask? Is that something new
Well,
that y'all
I
learned?
suppose it seems to be the preferred term for a lot of people these days. At the very least, it was the common term used amongst the people in Servetus, as well as Lady Eliana.
Okay. Surprised you didn't bring Eliana here.
Let's just say that she wouldn't have been able to come.
I don't believe that's
Okay.
entirely accurate. I think she just.
Let's just say it was not in her best interest to come.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a few remnants spread around right now, trying to save whoever might still be out there, like Gimbal. And Gimbal's just chowing down on some beans. He's like, "Oh, these beans are really good. I wish I had some weenies."
I've had nothing to eat but shoes for the past month.
Hold on. I
he would have had a fresh supply of leather, presumably, to make the weapons.
It's true.
So he's probably gnawing on that.
Leather.
Hobo jerky.
Corinthian style leather.
Oh man, I haven't had beans like these in a while. Arkham style.
That's awesome.
All right. So are you going back to the tower?
Yeah. We Lady Eliana gave us a couple of useful things in being able to take down the Pallid Mask. I think it's the edge we need to actually at least navigate the tower, if not,
Yes.
be able to take down the Pallid Mask
I would
outright.
agree that it is the edge that we need. I'd say we could really get to the point with this.
He's being funny about it because it's a sickle. I'm just going to
Very clever.
I just realized that if I turned into a hot dog stand right now, I would be. It would be
really
mean.
would be.
Gimbal would
I'm not gonna do
lose
that.
his ever-living mind, especially because you're the one component missing from Beanie Weenies.
Those weenies look great. Chili style.
Yeah. So,
Do you have any relish?
I want lots of mustard.
I'll take mine Chicago
okay.
style.
Oyster crackers.
Oh, I can't. Oh, shit. Okay.
So, in all this time, we haven't been able to infiltrate the tower, and y'all were able to get out, and the tower's gotten taller since you've been gone in the last few days.
Yeah, Lady Walsh said something about that the tower.
I mean, it's always growing. It's been growing for a year,
It's not a.
almost.
Yeah, it's not a building, so to speak. It's more of like a living entity
Beast.
manifestation known as the Beast, which we encountered in our world a very long time ago.
Yes. We do have some experience, so I would
few
say
weeks
that we
ago.
are
Yeah.
That was a long
we are
time.
probably somewhat knowledgeable on being
Yeah.
able to get in. Just point me to the nearest dog statuette.
Oh.
For a second, I was like, what?
I think that's when it
I
wanted
don't-
us to get in.
I don't know what that means. But when are you going?
Hopefully soon.
Yes, I
just got
suppose
back,
there's not much
but-
reason to really delay.
Is there anything?
we're on
is there anything else
borrowed
that's been
time.
going on since we've been away? Besides the tower getting bigger.
Well, Verspar was able to help improve the chamber a little bit. She also...
I'm going to give a huge look over at freaking Aleister like, yeah, you hear that shit?
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention.
We were also able to kind of stabilize the portal machine, but it's still unreliable.
No more demon babies from space.
Yeah.
No. It seems to be opening less, but Tanasha has also been kind of missing. She hasn't really come back here in the last maybe day and a half.
Well,
What about any kind of disembodied voices that may be piloting robots and that are very, very polite and can taste
What?
you?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Taste you.
Yeah, I know. It was weird.
Okay.
Guys, A day and a half ago was when we were in the Dreamlands.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is Tanasha stuck in the Dreamlands?
That I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I usually see her at least once a day.
There were those things.
yes, and
Those
unfortunately,
bug
they
things.
probably have proliferated quite a bit and are probably still hanging around there.
So Tanasha's basically in a world of hurt right now.
Well, I suppose that is possible, yes.
Okay. Think we need to go save her. I mean, I definitely want to go to the tower and destroy.
Ulthar is there too.
Yeah. Who?
So Ulthar. The guy that Aleister told us that we met.
Yes, the one you did meet. The Ulthar from the Cats of Ulthar.
The powerful one, the large one, right?
The long boy.
Super chonk.
The super chonk. He is the super chonk.
Covered in scutes. Bluish green scutes.
What is this skew?
Like a turtle. It's like the little shapes on a turtle shell.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a scute.
I've never heard it referred as that.
It's also a term.
So it's got like no hair. It's got just scutes
It's
all
also
over
a
its
type
body.
of shield.
Yeah.
Named for the same.
You can make a helmet out of it in Minecraft.
I did not know that.
Yeah. When you get the turtles, they like mate, and then they make a little
And
baby
then you
turtle.
wear the little
and
baby
then it, like, grows
turtles.
up, and it gives out a scute. I could have that wrong because I haven't done it myself, but I'm aware that
you turn the baby turtle
feature.
into soup, and then you wear the shell as a helmet. Yeah, that
No,
sounds
that's
exactly
not
like
what you do.
Minecraft. Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Would there be a way to safely look into the Dreamlands and come back at will
Well,
to see if we could find Tanasha? Or do we let that go
provided
for now?
that there are portals, it would be possible to leave the Dreamlands when we so felt, although it would be entirely dependent on the portals, which unfortunately we don't really have much control over. And,
Does the chamber work for that?
well, I suppose it is possible.
I'm not asking Aleister. I'm asking Evangeline.
I was just still going to assume that you're asking him.
Yep.
I suppose we can try and see what we've come up with.
And I just want to raise it as a point of concern, but let's just say the green-eyed cat that I mentioned in the Dreamlands that was the source of our problems very well could be an additional source of problems should I return.
Well, then you don't go.
The bold
I
proposition.
mean, if that's what it comes down to, I suppose I would be okay waiting around here, napping and spending time with Evangeline.
I'm just suggesting we look. It could be 5 minutes.
Who's volunteering to go in?
I'll go.
I will. I can turn into a bug monster thing. So maybe I could go.
A bug monster? Oh, you could turn in to
I could
look
use
like
the thing. It would look appealing to the other ones, right? I could like be a sexy one or something.
I don't know if that would be like low profile. Like, seems like you might draw attention.
Dude, get a load of her proboscis.
Oh man, look at the thorax on that one.
Dude, you know that's fake. Oh my god.
So, you can turn? Okay, so
this is what we saw. And then I'll hold, I don't know, would that be appealing? Could I do it that way?
I guess it could appeal to her curiosity.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to show you what it looks like.
I will continue to avert Gimble's gaze.
So, and I'll just I'll hold up the fan and do it. I guess I don't know how it works. I just hold up the fan under my eyes.
You just fan it under under your eyes.
The activation word.
I'll blink.
The activation word is tee.
Yeah. So yeah, you turn into like a smaller version of, or like you create an illusion of a smaller version of that. She's like, wow, that is fascinating. How did you do that?
I'll drop it and be like, Eliana gave me this. It's one of the things she provided to help us.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah, if you can go in there without being, or if you can fool them, then I mean, I know that you're there, but it didn't. That's bizarre. All right, let's crank up the portal and you can hop in.
Okay. And
Do you want to go alone, or do you want to?
Well, I can't make you look like a evil bug thing. That's just in case.
I can do.
I don't know. Does your
I could do disguise self. Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think you'd be able to turn into that.
No.
Yeah.
It's basically change my body type, but it'd still be the same. It'd still be a
because
human.
I transformed into a smaller version just so the image of it would fit in the room.
I mean, I could cast invisibility
If you want.
I just don't want you to go in there by yourself.
Nope, I agree.
Yeah,
It's like,
I will.
how about Julian suggest that in character?
Yes. Okay. So, I think I should go to. I don't think it's such a good idea for Victor to, or any of us for that matter, to go off by herself, especially since we already have one person missing. We don't need another person missing, and our odds are 100% better if I go in.
How would you be safe?
I got some tricks. I could turn myself invisible for a decent amount of time. And I'm a little more resilient thanks to Lady Walsh.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga, yes. It was Lady Gaga who did that.
No. Ileana.
Ileana Walsh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be there long. We shouldn't look around.
No,
we should just go and see what the environment is.
Yeah, this is an in and
and
out.
leave.
Yep.
So can we keep the portal open or open it from the other side somehow? How does that work?
Well, I'll try and keep the portal open over here.
Yeah, hold it open as long as you can.
As long as possible, yeah. I mean, we just made adjustments to it and did some work on
I suppose if
it.
needed, you could always try and talk through the Vox box. And
I don't know if that would
hopefully
work.
It works near the portals.
And hopefully I won't
when
be
they're
in the
open.
middle
near
of the
them. Okay. Yeah, well, there's other people who can do that.
We'll just yell loudly.
Also, if we come through the portal, and I'll look at Victor, the password is Gumdrop.
Was that close?
It was pretty close.
Is that your password for the portal too? Like what's the password for?
Just to make sure that the Victor and I that come through the portal are actually us and not anyone else disguised as us.
See, I would have just asked Victor to turn into Father Dagon.
Okay.
And if he failed horribly, I'd know it was him.
What were you going to do for me?
Hey, I did it
I don't
right
know,
that one
like-
time.
I guess look for the lightning gun. I mean, you wouldn't be found dead without that thing.
He's not wrong.
And I feel like it would be hard to replicate as well.
watch this. And then I'll hold the fan
don't
up, and then all of a sudden, it's
dare.
just Victor holding the lightning gun.
Give it to me,
Yeah, there you go.
you son of a bitch.
I use this for useful things later.
I'm on that note, I'm literally going to push Victor into the portal. We'll be right back.
All right, so y'all go through the portal.
Yep. Now, immediately, do we see anything? around this?
You see, like you're on on a little chunk of concrete. Well, I say little. It's big enough to hold y'all and nice size, like maybe 15 by 15 chunk of concrete just floating there. And you see buildings, like makeshift buildings that are crooked and chunks of it missing, and you see chunks in different places of the buildings. And you see a shit ton of Dreamlands cats and these bug creatures like fighting it out.
Okay, we know where Tinashe is, and then we'll go right back through the portal.
Well, before you
okay.
turn back around, a chunk of concrete like starts floating towards you, and it's got a big cat on it. And as it gets closer, it's this large bluish green armored scooted cat, and he's like, "What are you two doing here?"
Checking on friends. Who are you?
We're at war, and I'm Ulthar.
Oh.
We were looking for Tinashe.
Oh, hi. Yeah, we're looking for Tinashe.
Tinashe's not here right now.
Okay. Do you know where Tinashe?
She's trying to find the source of the problem.
Oh, but she's in the Dreamlands.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, 1 second, and I'm gonna go back through the portal. And Aleister,
Okay.
you by the portal?
I mean, that would be the assumption, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Aleister by like the nape and say gumdrop, and then I'll pull him through the portal.
Wait, no,
too.
no, no, no.
Oh, God. Eldritch blasts everywhere.
And all three of you are in the Dreamlands right now?
Yes.
Aleister! No.
So right as okay, so yeah, let's play this out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Julian and Aleister come back through the portal, and like Victor, you hear just like the end of drop as as Julian is just holding Aleister by the nape of his neck,
And I'll let him down. I just
by
wanted to
the
be quick
by the
about it.
scruff of his neck as he comes through, and and sets him down.
There was
But,
no time.
Yes, I specifically did not want to come here because I fear that it may make the whole problem a lot worse.
Nah, it's fine. So Tinashe is here, and Tinashe's trying to find the source of the bug attacks.
Yes, so about that. I'm going to look over toward the green-eyed cat. Like, is he just
Yes.
mindlessly just kind of sitting there like he has been staring off into space?
He's just looking at y'all.
Well, how?
Yeah, but can we see the green-eyed cat? We still can't see the green-eyed cat.
Well, you couldn't last time.
Yeah, y'all don't see the green-eyed cat.
No.
Well,
No.
Victor's
how do
standing
you
there
feel?
confused.
Who is he talking to again? I'll go to Ulthar. Ulthar, can you see what he's always talking about? Some green-eyed cat, and we can't see it.
I have green eyes.
Okay, different cat.
He has green eyes. You just carried a green-eyed cat through the portal.
No. Our green-eyed
it's
cat, Aleister, is talking to different green-eyed cat, who is invisible and no one can see, except him, apparently.
So, Aleister,
Just ignored. Damn it.
why are we here again?
That is a very good question. I did not want to come in here for fear that something even worse may happen than what is already going on.
These fools.
Yes, I agree.
They're going to kill us all.
I completely agree. You and I are on the same page. But
Aleister did tell us that it came out of the green-eyed cat's mouth, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
But since we are here, how are you feeling?
Different.
Like different like bad, or different as in not the same way that you were feeling when you were about to spit up this bug creature?
Not that. I don't know. I don't feel that power like I did before. It's more absence of it now since that thing came out. I grew and that thing came out of me. I don't know. Maybe that was Tulsha's way of reaching out to you.
Well, yes. Although I suppose there are much easier and clearer ways to do so, but I suppose that is not really the way of Tulsha.
Yeah. So as you just see, y'all are discussing with Julian and Victor.
Mm-hmm.
You're discussing with Ulthar, and you're like asking Aleister, and Aleister's just talking to the green-eyed cat, ignoring what y'all are saying
Normally.
And the green portal starts to sputter, and it disappears.
Well, I'm glad I pulled Aleister through. Otherwise, I rescued him from a lifetime of naps and being with a different alternate universe version of his companion. Aren't you happy?
Well,
No.
it is not really the same as what I'm really after.
Well, it's not ideal that y'all are here, or it's not ideal that the three of you are here.
Nevertheless,
Yes, I would
we are
agree.
here.
It is far from ideal that I am here.
We are at war with the Biaki.
I assume that is
What?
what you are calling the bug things.
Yes,
What'd you say?
the Biaki.
Okay, I was just making sure that's what you said, not something else.
They are servitors of Tulsha.
Oh.
Tulsha.
I guess both Julian and Victor will neck snap look over to Aleister. Who?
What? I basically told you as much.
I don't
Ulthar,
remember.
we
Yes.
didn't intend to stay here. Do you know where the closest Dreamlands portal is to get us back?
I do not. Things are not as predictable right now. So whatever I did since the portal opened here, so whatever you did on the other side to get it here, it needs to happen again for you to get back. Or you can help us fight. I imagine that you can only go so long without being noticed.
Was that like a general observation or just like
Everything's gone to shit, and there's cats dying all over the place. There's Biaki dying. You got cats like jumping on their head and ripping the Biaki's heads off, and you got Biaki just slicing and dicing some Saturnian cats and
I didn't realize we're on like
Martian cats.
I didn't realize we're on like an active battlefield.
You said that
totally.
Before you pulled
Oh.
Aleister in and the portal shut.
Yeah.
I know that we were at war, but I just like I don't remember the part about like literally they're like dying left and
Yeah.
right in front of us. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't say they were dying.
Well, I
but
didn't
he
say
did
they were
were
dying left and
fighting.
right, but I did say that there's a bunch of cats fighting a bunch of Biaki.
Okay.
And on the buildings and all over the place in the
Okay.
sky and below you. And
Well,
yeah.
we need help.
It's a massacre on both sides.
And no one in
Great.
no one in our party knows the Dreamlands better than Aleister, so I brought the expert.
Well, yes, that is very true, although maybe ill-advised whenever your expert is saying that he doesn't want to go into the Dreamlands.
Well, I mean, it was that or leave Tanasha to death?
Well, from the sound of it, Tanasha is not part of this battle.
Okay, again, we kind of need, don't we need Tanasha as like one of our allies when we end up trying to go after the Pallid Mask? Or are we just going to solo this with 3 of us?
Oh, we have to get out of the Dreamlands first.
Yeah, I know.
At this point, I don't think we have much choice.
No, we don't.
You 3 talk too much. And you hear a buzz, like a buzz come by, and Ulthar leaps off of his rock and latches onto a Byakhee and like rips its head off as he falls.
Hey everybody, it's Steven. Remarkably chill episode today. Not a lot going on. Gimbal got some beanies, and we got Evangeline up to speed, and she notified us that Tanasha was gone ever since we unleashed the swarm of horror on the Dreamlands. So naturally, Victor wanted to be responsible and check it out, and Julian didn't want to let him go alone and didn't want to have Aleister not be accountable for his actions. And so now we're in the Dreamlands again, and there's the portal's closed, and there you go. We've got a Ulthar's there. It's nice to see him. He's just as pleasant as he used to be, covered in scutes. And there's hundreds of those things that nearly killed us while we were in a car. Yep, that's it. That's where we are. Anyway, be sure to check out microphonesandmonsters.com. It's got links to everything. We go over it every outro, but you know, maybe someone's new. So if you are, go there. You can see all the places where you can get the podcast in case someone gave this to you. You didn't get it yourself. iTunes, or not iTunes, it's Apple Podcasts, the Podchaser, Laid Podcast Store. That's not a real one, probably. We have a Patreon if you wanted to support us. You don't have to, obviously, but we appreciate that. We have a store if you wanted merch. It's super cool. We have a channel in the Cast Junkie Discord. It's free to join, and you can come in and chat with us directly. Give us some feedback. Leave a review on one of those podcast places. We want to hear what you think, and, you know, we take it in consideration. People say they like stuff. Maybe more stuff like that. People say they don't like stuff. Maybe less stuff like that. So, and if you want even more stuff, that Patreon has bonus content. Extra stuff. More stuff from us. It's all very, very fun. So, check all of that out. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Oh, all music was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. Bye, guys.